to Sefton Gibb. Sefton Gibb went out of the race in lap number 1, I should say. And look at Esther. He is absolutely struggling with the conditions here. That car has just got too much power. Around the sweeper they go and gingerly onto the throttle. And as I said, the lap time's probably around about 20 seconds slower than they would be in the dry. Nowhere near the 119s, probably in the 130s at the moment. This man in second place, this is Tony Richards. See there a graphic example of how well the wet tyres work, just pushing the rain off the racetrack, trying to make it dry. And you can see also parts of Powerball Tools International Raceway here are dry. The crowds have come back, so the rain has stopped for the moment here at the Christchurch Casino Lady Wigram Trophy. First competed for back in 1949. 3 years before that, the Canterbury Car Club was put into being. But way before then, the first motorsport event in Christchurch was held, can you believe it, at what is now AMI Stadium in front of 5,000 people. And since then, the Christchurch population has had a love affair with motor racing. And they've come out in their droves here to Powerball Tools Raceway to watch this, the feature event. This is Tony Richards. Well, he's been the quiet achiever of the MSC Tasman Revival Series for the Formula 5000s, both here in New Zealand and in Australia. From here we go to Pukekohe Park Raceway and then on to Taupo. Christchurch Casino Lady Wigram Trophy for 2009, and this is the race leader, and he has got a huge advantage over second place now. Second place continues to be Tony Richards, but it is Ken Smith, the Exide battery supported Lola T430 owned by David Abbott. Here is the man in second place. Smithy stretching out that lead to over 15, in fact 18 seconds now. Once again, you see there Tony Richards on full wets, and they're looking for wet parts of the track because unbelievably from the cloudburst we had at the beginning of this race, the weather has changed yet again. Hamish Patterson just pulls over and lets the Maestro go through the Southern Salvage turn, heading up to Cochrane Nissan now. We're using the 3.33 kilometre circuit here for the Christchurch Casino Lady Wigram Trophy. Kenny Smith continues to lead, and I can tell you that the rain has stopped once again here at Powerball Tools International Raceway, but you just get the feeling looking skyward that maybe it is going to make its return before this race concludes. I can tell you that David Abbott is actually running on slick tyres, and he said to us before, you'd think you were mad if you went out on slick tyres, but unfortunately his wet tyres didn't fit. He's had to go out there on the slicks. Plenty of called in today. Aaron Burson decided the conditions were too much. He's gone back into the pits. Probably to marvel at his dad Peter's new BRM Formula 1 car. mentioned before that Ken Smith has won this title twice already. Well, in 1976, if you were hip and groovy, you were listening to ABBA or the Brotherhood of Man on your transistor radios, and occasionally a little bit of a young upstart from England called Elton John. In 1976, Kenny Smith was winning the Lady Wigram Trophy in a Lola T332. And here, nearly 33 years to the day, he is leading the Lady Wigram Trophy in the David Abbott-owned Lola T430. Well, by 1991, that was the second time that Smithy won the Lady Wigram. The fashions hadn't got much better because grunge had taken over the world. Ken Smith won the Lady Wigram Trophy in a Formula Pacific, a Swift DB4, 1.6-litre engine. But here he is in 2009, maybe with history about to repeat itself. You see the rain pelting down again here at Powerbuilt Tools Raceway. Well, that is good news if you're a fan of wet weather tyres. These Avon tyres that all these cars run, they get to survive, because look at this. It is absolutely teeming down here in Christchurch. Well, we've seen some amazing weather conditions. Earlier on, it was sunny. Yesterday, it was a hot summer's day. And within the space of around about a half an hour, the clouds darkened over the racetrack and the heavens have opened up again. Just moving aside for Tony Richards there. Richards still sits in second place. Hamish Patterson in the chevron just ahead of him, making his first appearance here at Powerbuilt Tools International Raceway, the Aucklander. Well, there's some amazing stories in the MSC Formula 5000 Tasman Revival Series. And one of those stories is the fact that way back in 1976, when Ken Smith first won his first Lady Wigram Trophy, he had a team of engineers, Barry Miller and Phil Richardson. Well, here we are, 33 years to the day, and Barry and Phil are still on the crew. So is the fat man, that is Doug McKechnie, and also Murray Whitehead. So Team Geriatrics think